For our adventure project, we chose Adventure 3, Model App Design. As a team, we decided to improve the FaceTime app for Apple users. We believe that FaceTime users would love to be able to video call more than one person at the same time, so that's our goal.
Before we created our design of apps, we did the interviews for our primary research. We developed 5 questions to ask. Do you think there are any problems with the FaceTime app? If so, explain why. How often do you use FaceTime? Do you use it for practical reasons or just for fun? Would group video calls be useful in FaceTime? How many people do you think would be practical to have a group call with? Through interviewing 2 students, we find out they use the FaceTime only to communicate with friends or family for fun because of the limitation of one-to-one video calls. As the college students, they use it more often for academic reasons like group projects. Based on the interviews, we could have better ideas of designing a FaceTime.
For our secondary research, we looked at 2 peer-reviewed articles. The first article examined the way FaceTime incorporates both cellular data and Wi-Fi into video calling. This makes FaceTime more favorable because it is faster than competitors and not bound to only locations that have Wi-Fi. The second article we found came directly from an Apple community forum. The result is that the overall call quality is better and more reliable than competitors like Skype. The page also discussed how FaceTime, when paired over a mobile network, can consume large amounts of data in a short time. This makes the app a bit less appealing when paired with restricted or limited cellular data plans.
Model concepts. Before we could begin actually developing our prototype, we had to create paper prototypes to help us visualize what our real prototype might look like. By utilizing our primary and secondary research and also analyzing the current design of the FaceTime app, we were able to develop 3 separate variations of our prototypes. We also took into consideration the design and features of other group video calling apps, such as Ubu and Skype. Our first prototype has 4 people that appear on the screen and uses a button on the bottom of the screen to pull up a menu where you can then add other people to the call, turn on speaker mode, and even record. Our second prototype also has 4 people which appear on the screen and uses a pull-up menu where you can adjust who appears on the screen. Our final prototype has 4 users which appear at the top of the screen, with 1 user whose portrait is much larger. This prototype utilizes a slide-out bar where you can adjust who appears on the screen.
Here we have 5 examples of IU students examining our model concepts. Each student gave us feedback and chose their favorite design.
Here's the first draft for our FaceTime prototype. If you have ever used the FaceTime app, you will notice that the edit button, the audio to video call button, the enter name button is all the same. When pressing the add button, we chose 5 people to show you how it would look like when calling. Once the video call is answered, you can see 4 people, as well as drag out any person out of the 7 who is also in the call. Then you can exit the sidebar and end the call.
Testing plans and goals. When we began the process of developing our testing plan, we tried to create a simple, straightforward plan to help clearly indicate to users how they should utilize the variety of features of the app. The tasks and plan that we developed include using the edit button and knowing to press the done button after that, being able to switch screens from video to audio calls, being able to enter names of people you want to add to the call, pressing the add button to add more people to the group call, adding 5 specific people to the call and placing the call, using the slide out menu, and pressing B3 to switch out who appears on the screen, and then sliding the menu back in to close it, and after that, ending the call.
For our usability tests and findings, our participants were able to grasp the app because they're all FaceTime users. They enjoyed the concept of group calls, and 1 person said they disliked how dark the app was. We believe that it didn't have much to do with how it would make our app better. For our final FaceTime prototype app, we still kept most of the things the same. The edit button, the audio and video call button, when you enter a name button, and then cancel. The only thing that we added was to show people how it would look like if you were to call one person, how it would look like if you called two people, how it would look like if you called three people, how it would look like if you called four people. When you have the users 1 through 4, you obviously have no one else to drag out if you wanted to talk to another person. But with the 5th person, obviously we have that ability to drag out a person so that we can see them. If we had more callers, we would drag out another person, and then you just end the call. That is our final product.